Hello, Cancer. This is Summer from Tarot by Summer, and I'm here to do your general reading for the month of Cancer. For those of you who celebrated Thanksgiving, I hope that you enjoyed with your friends and family, and I wish you well and much happiness, peace, love, joy for the holiday season and for whatever you celebrate. So, season's greetings to you. Cancer, I also want to thank you. Thank you for your support. Love, like, subscribe, shares. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you guys who come to the channel. And let's go ahead and get you started. Cancer, I said a prayer and I meditated over your reading the way that I normally do. And I laid the foundation of your spread to better connect with you, okay? This is the beginning and not the end, so let's get right to it. We're going to start with a card on the bottom of the deck, and this is going to give me the theme of what all of this is about, okay? What this reading is about, what to look out for. You have the Two of Water, love, and this would be the Two of Cups in the traditional tarot deck. Within this month, and within this reading, there's someone around you, okay, that you see eye to eye with, someone that you have a deep internal connection with. It may be love, it may be some sort of partnership or friendship. It could be business partnership. It just depends on someone that you have a kindred spirit with, someone that you see eye to eye with and you're fond of. So it feels like in your reading, and I'm just looking at it, this could be something business related. It could be related to your home environment, to your home, to family, or maybe some sort of organization that you're in. But there's something you guys have each other's back in something. There's you and somebody else that are partnering up, that are pairing up with, and there's feelings there, there's some love there between the two of you. And I feel like for many of you, whatever this connection is will prevail. Okay, it'll be sort of like the glue that holds everything together. And this is what I'm feeling, okay? This is my gut. I read very intuitively. So this is what gut is telling me. Okay. All right. And actually, this is your energy here. Water sign energy. Here in the U position, you have two cards came out. I wanted to pull one, but two came out. And when the first card came out, it came out like this. But then I went to move the cards around and saw another card under it. So I left the card. Okay. And the card on the top is two of fire, domination, which would be Two of Wands in the traditional tarot deck. And you have under the Two of domination, you have nine of fire, which is power. And in the traditional tarot, this is the Nine of Wands. So we have the Two of Wands and the Nine of Wands. And I'm going to explain what I'm seeing to you, what I'm seeing here. Take a close look at it. Okay? I'm going to explain what this means to me, what I'm seeing. Domination and power. Two of Wands, Nine of Wands. Fire sign energy, okay. Right here in the middle in the situation, you have the Strength card. In this particular deck, it is, and I'm not sure why it's normally 8, but it's in here. So you have the Strength card covered by the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor is challenging the Strength card. This is the challenge. And this is what it looks like. I want you to see it. The Emperor, this challenge card could either hurt or help in some way. In the total outcome, you have Three of Earth, which is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Earth work, okay, in this deck, and Three of Pentacles in the traditional tarot deck. All right. And from Color Therapy deck, you have Violet. And I'll explain to you what I'm seeing with this, as the reading progresses. Here in this U position, okay, I'm picking up several messages. You're at a crossroads in your life, okay? Right now you're at some sort of crossroads. And you need to take a path. You need to choose a path. You need to make a decision to choose something, but you're coming up against opposition at that crossroads. It's like someone wants to dominate your decision, someone wants to dominate your move, or dictate which road you take. And you or the other person is very defensive. This might be you, someone trying to dominate your path, your decision, or you trying to dominate theirs, you trying to stop them from doing something or taking a path. And if you're the one that's trying to dominate or stop them, then they're on the defensive. They're trying to muster up their power to get past whatever it is you want to stop them from doing, okay? And of course, if this is you on the receiving end, then you're trying to muster up the power. You're trying to gain power. You're trying to fight back in this battle. You're trying to recharge yourself. You're trying to charge up and, get yourself together to push past this obstacle. For some of you, this may even be an internal battle that you're going with. You be at that crossroads, battling your mind and your will, battling your passion and your will to do something, battling with your emotions and your will. One will prevail, and you will, choose a path according to whichever one prevails. You could be wrestling with yourself at that crossroads, because it's still a Two of Wands. It's still a crossroads. And it's draining. Whatever this is draining you or somebody, because you have power. And then there's a depiction of a power plant where someone goes to recharge power on something, like machinery, like when your phone dies and you have to charge it back up because your on it is exhausted. It's at the very last and it needs to be charged back up. Like your car battery has to be charged up. You need gas in the car for fuel to make it keep going. That's what this is. This is a draining. It's like a draining of a life force, draining of your emotions, your will, your mind. It's draining to get past this point. Somebody's drained. It goes from 2 all the way to a 9. It's draining. This is deep. Somebody's abusing their power. Somebody's definitely abusing it. Somebody be also in an abusive relationship with the two here. Somebody be in an abusive relationship. You or the other person wants to go in one direction and you're being physically stopped from it. Somebody's being physically stopped. And there's, physical battle here. Some sort of domestic issues. Okay. Here in the center, there's the Strength card and the Emperor. Some of you be dealing with the Leo, some of you be dealing with an Aries. Leo with the Strength card, Aries with the Emperor card. For some of you, this could be like a third party situation. Someone will be cheating, you or the other person. Or it could be two people in the mix, maybe interference, outside interference from somebody else, family, friends, co-workers, interference at work, maybe between you and a boss, you and a manager, somebody's interfering. Could be a co-worker. It just depends on what this interference is. It depends on what this third party is. Depends on what this battle is between two people. Because we have, in this situation, we have Leo energy, we have Aries energy, and then you have the fire sign energy, and then you have your energy. Some of you have this heavy in your chart. Okay, that's why it's coming up like this. Right here in the center, you now is not a time. And the strength card is about I'm trying to backtrack a little bit. The strength card is about taming your impulses, or facing your fears, gathering the strength to do something. It's not just strictly about taming impulses, taming the inner urges to do something. That's not what it means for me. Okay. In this particular deck, okay, I get different messages. I get different messages with the Lion card, with the Strength card. In this particular deck, the Leo or the Lion is the subject and not the object of a person. It's like in the traditional tarot deck, it's a woman closing the mouth, or she can also be stroking the head. It just depends on, it depends on which deck you're using, but the more traditional, she's closing the mouth. And I've seen variations of it. Sometimes the woman is hugging the lion, sometimes she's petting him, she's making peace with it. It just depends. But the very traditional one, she's closing his mouth, and he's like looking up at her. She's the subject. This is something that she needs to do within herself, or something you need to do within yourself. Make peace, bite your tongue, tame your impulses, calm your temper, face your fears. But in this particular deck, the lion is the subject and his cub is the object. Okay. In this particular deck, this is telling me now's not the time to just remain calm and face your fears and be passive. Now is the time to step into your role, be majestic like the lion, rule your kingdom, because whatever the kingdom means for you, there's something at stake that you need to take charge of. Be the leader. Step into your leadership role. Step into it full force. Now it's not the time to tame impulses. Be calm. You know, you need to tap into that inner strength of a lion, of a protector, of a leader. This is not the time for that energy. You got to be courageous. You got to be you have to, you have to be courageous. You've got to use your ingenuity. You've got to be relentless at doing whatever it is you need to do. You have to be the hunter and not the one hunted. Because you have family to protect, you have assets to protect, you have whatever it is you built that brings value into your life. You have this to protect. You have children to protect, maybe even, spouse, significant other. You have family. There's something that's very important to you that you have to protect, your business. And you have others watching you. You have others watching your movements because they're learning from you and you're influencing them with your movements. But at the same time, be careful about what it is you do. Be mindful of the way that you go about exerting this confidence and this hunter nature, because you want to do it with integrity. If you have pride in you, and they say that pride, don't let pride get in the way. The old adage of not letting pride get in the way. Now is the time for you to step up and be proud. Be proud about everything that you've done for yourself, about everything that you've done for your family, about your accomplishments. Be proud. Now is the time to be proud. Your pride and dignity is something that you have to defend. Okay? And you have to fight back whatever this is over here. And I strongly emphasize that because of the way that this reading is starting. Either you have to do this or the other person in your life has to do this, because they need to do this against you. It just depends on, who's watching. It depends on, I'm talking to cross watchers too. If this is the other person, Cancer, because this is your energy and this is their energy, then you need to fall back and learn this person is a person too. Okay, know that this person needs room to become the best that they can be, to make decisions, to live life. Know that this person has desires in life as well, and you can't dominate them. It's not healthy if this is you doing this to them. Give them room. If this is an abusive relationship where you are the abuser in some way, that might not be physical, can be, there's other forms of abuse. And that's something that you really need to work on about yourself, Cancer. Okay, now with the Emperor covering it, the Emperor can either hurt the lion in some way. Well, the Strength card, you in some way, or it can help. Okay, the Emperor may be the person that you have to try and overcome, because it's like, okay, this is exactly who it is. Over here, it doesn't show who it is, it just shows the energy. But this is the person that you have to get past. This is the person that's trying to block you. This can be a boss. This can be a spouse who's very, very authoritative and domineering, because things must go their way. They have to rule. It can be maybe some leader in some sort of organization that you are with, leader of a company, upper management, CEO, somebody that maybe that you're under or something like that. This could also be competition from another company, and they're trying to stop you, or they be trying to, stop something you're doing, cut you off at the knees. Maybe may even be like some sort of hostile takeover with a company. Someone's trying to buy you out or take over aggressively, run you out of your market. Okay, this is something I'm picking up. All right. The emperor is a ruler, and some of you, this is literally, an Aries that you're battling, or a Leo, someone with that energy, with that in their charts. This can help you if this is who you are aspiring to become here at this crossroads, but you got to go over your obstacles. This is like the stages that you need to go to get to this point. So the emperor coming in be pushing you, like coaching you, like motivating you with with force. Cancer, get up off your ass and do this. This is what you need to do to become this. That may be what the emperor is doing. And this emperor could be like a life coach. This emperor could be a partner, somebody you respect, somebody you admire, somebody you see eye to eye with. And they be giving it to you just like that. Challenging you, like a coach. Coach sitting behind the ring in a box, and you go back to your corner, and they yell at you, and they scream at you, and they push you, they give you water, wipe the sweat off your head, off your brows, give you the spit bucket, and they slap you on the back and tell you to go right back out there in the ring, go get them, fight them, come draw blood, do whatever you got to do to win, but do it ethically, so you won't get fouls and stuff like that. You won't lose points. Won't be, you won't mess it up. But this is the energy that I'm picking up. This very fiery energy, and I'm an element over here. I'm a Leo, so this is like, I'm feeling this. I'm really feeling the heat from it. Okay, and for some of you, again, this is like a third party situation, and there's fighting going back and forth, two fighting here. Then you have these, maybe the people involved, someone with, Leo or Aries energy. They be battling each other over you. This could be it. It can be. It's going to mean different things for different people, this reading. Okay, in the total outcome, you have 3 of Pentacles, or the Word card. Busy bees getting together, working together. Busy bees working in harmony, getting along, working. And with the total outcome, whatever project you're working on, or whatever the issue is, there will be some sort of compromise at the end. There will be some sort of coming together, some sort of, how should I say, meeting in the middle, and maybe a third party, somebody needs to come in and kind of get between the two of you. Okay, if this is something you're going with, you and another person, there'll be a third person that needs to come in and kind of be a mediator and say, hey, listen, You are expressing your points, this person is expressing their points, and the way the two of you are just going at it, head at it, head on. It's not going to work like that, okay? There has to be some sort of compromise. Let me bring you together. Come on, the two of you get together and let's meet in the middle and reach some sort of agreement, okay? Because truth be told, maybe the person that's coming in the middle, they want to work with the two of you, and they see your points, they see your ideas that you're trying to express. And I know this is very specific, but this is going to resonate with somebody. Somebody want to say, hey, I want to come in, I want to see the two of you getting along, getting this together, not just for your sake, but for my sake too. This could even be a child coming in and saying, hey, mommy and daddy, or hey, parents, please don't do this. There's too much at stake. Can you try and work together? You guys try and work it out. Could be a friend coming in the middle. This could be business related, career related within your workplace, within whatever organization you're in, home, your relationship. Interesting. Because this 2 turns into a 3 over here after all you've gone through within this right now, and within the situation. I feel like there needs to be some heavy negotiation with whatever this is you're going through. Better communication, more productive, positive communication, so that you can get to this and you can really start working. You can get things off the ground. If you're working on projects, building business, you can get this off the ground. You can get that promotion. You can get that business deal. You can get that contract to expand. If some of you are trying to expand a business, this would be heavy, tough negotiations for expansion. Maybe even bringing in an investor to help you really get it off the ground, to reduce bickering, to reduce the agreements, because they could be about money. It could be money issues. For some of you, this may even be like someone in the clergy, or a preacher, a priest, a father, a reverend, coming in and you going through counsel, and you coming up with practical ideas, practical matters on how practical ideas and resolution to work on marital issues. Okay, I'm picking that up for somebody. This is church related. Maybe even attending some sort of workshop at church to help this couple, to help them resolve some issues, some domestic issues. Yeah, this is like, it feels like a workshop, not like therapy, not like marital counseling, okay? But like a workshop, some sort of workshop, somebody maybe thinking about attending, or some sort of marital workshop where you get together within a group of people and everybody come together and like actively work out things, work out scenes, work out scenarios, work out various aspects of how you communicate, make it active, interactive. Pardon me. I'm seeing this with somebody. I'm seeing somebody in a workshop. some sort of group type of thing, some sort of workshop where you're working these things out, hashing it out, duking it out. This may be some kind of meeting at the end here. Maybe even a meeting in a boardroom where all of this takes place in some sort of boardroom. Let's see what this I'm curious about, really curious about this one. Spirit, can you tell us why the Three of Pentacles is here? And I know that probably this is the most obvious to clarify, but this, not really. It is what it is. Spirit, can you tell us why the Three of Pentacles or the World card is here? Can you tell us a little bit more about the Three of Pentacles or the World card? This cat has been popping up quite a bit. Some envy. Watching, observing, envy with this cotton picking cat. Look at this. Oh God. The lion again. Little cat, big cat. Oh. It's fighting, bickering. Trying to, okay, Spirit, give me one more, because now you have the lion again. Pride, attack, hunting, courage, majesty. Then you got a message. Somebody is, somebody's mad. Somebody's not taking any shorts with this cat. You got the lion twice. The lion is roaring here at the cat. Look at this. Remember when I said you got to step up? Now's not the time to be tame. Tame your emotions. Tame your temper. Now, I just said this earlier. Now's not the time to be tame. You have to step into this role, whatever this means, to protect what you have. I feel like this cat is the emperor and this is the lion attacking, get off me. Flowers, opulence at the end. Okay? Flowers, gift, abundance. You have to protect your assets. You have to protect your, there's something written, there's something here on paper with a message. Okay, let me break this down. You've got the cat, the lion behind the cat. You have the letter, which is like a message or some sort of contract, some sort of information coming in. And you have flowers, abundance, beauty, gifts, and at the bottom here you have opulence. You have the pig. It represents a lot of money, opulence, beauty. For some of you, this is you protecting your assets, you protecting what's yours. There's a block here. It's like a mountain. Yeah, this can be like really big money with the mountain, or it can be what happens after you shatter this block, like here, lightning. Look at this, more watching, a woman involved. Interesting. Okay, there's some sort of woman, some sort of envious woman watching with the cat. This emperor is a woman. For many of you, this emperor will be a woman. This emperor, she's watching. She's psychic. She's watching. That's what this Three of Pentacles is about. And like this is like the understory, the undercurrent of the story is giving more message, more meaning. And then there's like lightning shattered mirror, images broken, somebody's somebody's image is shattered, their true colors are going to come out, you're going to see their true colors, although they're trying to block it. This is going to, you're going to put your wall up, you're going to say, stop, hold on, wait a minute, no. And you're going to protect your money. You're going to put a wall up against this person. And this is what you're doing here. The story's just repeating itself. You're gonna bite that. You're gonna come more fierce and ferocious. You're the bigger cat. Either you or the other person. Small cat, bigger cat. Your bite is gonna be more ferocious. And then you have the letter and you have the gift. You're going to let this person know how you feel, or you're going to do something, maybe sign a contract to protect your assets, to protect what you build, to protect, what brings you happiness and joy. And again, like I said, for some of you, this is a third party situation. You go back a little bit. This is a third party situation being exposed. For some of you, there's another woman involved. There's a situation with another woman involved. And it may be an Aries or Leo. And that could be what this fighting is about. And maybe the three meet up here. They kind of cross up. The fighting between you and your significant other, or you and your spouse or whatever. And this is the situation. And then the three of you meet up here. The fighting is about the three of you. That's for somebody. And it's gonna fall apart, For some of you, this is about a woman. And whoever the lion is, whoever the strength card is, whoever the lion represents, will more than likely be the winner. Be the winner, come out on top, come out smelling like flowers, because she's probably the one that has your heart. She's the one that's captured your heart. She's the one that you have this soulmate connection with, and the other person, you got to kind of get rid of them. The other person has to go. The other person even be in the workplace. Or the other person be at home. It just depends. Depends on what this meaning is. Because deep down you don't want all this trouble. You want to make money. You want to prosper. You want to, happiness. With whether this is business or whether this is, love related, like a third party triangle. Love triangle. And with the card here, you have color therapy deck. You have violet. Create a balanced life. You need balance. There's too much fighting, stuff going on here. The balance. You really need the balance of 2 instead of 3 for some of you. And some of you, if this is business, you need maybe the third person creates balance. If it's business related, creates that harmony, because there's fighting between you and somebody else. a battle of the the will and the mind and the spirit. Yep. And use your intuition with this as well. Use your intuition. And with this purple color here, I feel like this is the whoever the Leo is, Leo has a lot to say and a lot at stake. Whoever has Leo energy, this Leo is, the purple here, the purple in this wheat color, within this purple flower, within the violet. This is like Leo, okay? I see Leo with this purple. Purple is a royal, majestic color, like royalty, opulence. I see this is Leo. The Leo will be the one that, that kind of whips things into shape with whatever it means. The Leo will be the one that come in and do this. Kind of gets you back on track with some things, Cancer. And I know this reading is very specific. Somebody's going to say, what in the hell is this lady talking about? This is not me. This is not a story. I don't know what this means. I don't know what she's talking about. But then some, maybe one or two people will get this message, will understand exactly what's going on when they see this. Spirit, what message do you have for Cancer in the month of birth? What action steps does Cancer need to take in the month of birth? Oh, Cancer, intent. You got intent. Lo and behold, this woman here is standing between two pillars like the domination card. Or like the Two of Wands. She's standing between two pillars and she's holding the world or a globe in her hand. She's holding, looks like a planet. She needs to go out there. You need to go out there, Cancer, and set your true intent. Focus on your true intent. Become laser focused on what's important and concentrate on that. Cast aside what's not important. Really focus on what you want and what needs to happen. And, be really honest about yourself, about what you want and what you don't want in your life. And focus on that. Now's the time to do that. Set your intent out into the universe. Set your intent out in the world. Okay? Make a decision on what it is and plow past this whatever this fighting is about, whoever's trying to dominate or what's trying to dominate, indecision or whatever. Recharge your battery if that's something you need to do. You feel low on energy, you feel like you can't take any more, whatever. Take a few moments to yourself, recharge, get back up and start implementing some of this energy that you need to get over this, to get past these hurdles, okay, to solve these issues. All right, it is about being proactive. Focus your energy. There is an amazing power. There is an amazing power in strong intention. Yep, that's what needs to take place, Cancer. All right. Now, Cancer, this is all that I have at this moment, and I thank you so much for your time. I thank you for your support, and I thank you for stopping by the channel. If you like a personal reading, you can book with me through my website at summerintuition.com. You can find that link right below this video. For those who'd like to see the love readings, you follow me on Patreon. You may subscribe to Patreon channel and you get to see the love readings from there and some other goodies that I'll have on Patreon. Okay, take care and bye for now, Cancer. Thanks so much.